Shalom, back with part 3. All right, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate. Like I said, we'll pick it up right here where we left off in part 2. Okay? So again, this is the definition of the word election. Okay? That we're going into. It's in the Greek, 1589, eklage. All right? The act of picking out, choosing, the act of the Most High's free will by which before the foundation of the world, like we already read early on, okay, right? We went into the word foreknow, predestinate. You understand? I took you not only to Romans 8, 29 and 30, I took you to Jeremiah 1 and 5, right? So, a decree made from choice by which he determined, right, to bless certain persons through the Hamashiach, Yahushai, by grace alone, mercy, okay? A thing or person chosen, see, persons of God's elect. And you're going to find out that this is only amongst the nation of Israel, not amongst the 18 nations that the Lord created. Now, we scroll up here and you see root etymology. We're going to click that so we can get more meat off the bone. All right? To pick out, choose, to pick out, choose for oneself, right? Choosing one out of many, i.e., Yahushua choosing his disciples. Again, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. Where do you read that? St. John 15:16. Okay? Got that, people? Now, let's jump down here to verse C. Of the Most High choosing whom he judged fit to receive favors and separate from the rest of mankind, that means sanctification. His sanctified ones, which is another lesson totally. All right? You understand? His sanctified ones. The ones that he, foreknew, they're predestinated, okay? His elect. Do you understand? All right? So, whom he judged fit to receive favors, separate from the rest of mankind, which is talking about that they were sanctified, to be particularly of his own, to be attended to continually by his gracious oversight. That is done through the angels. Okay? And yes, some angels, all right, let's say the majority of the time you can't see them. But yes, angels can take human form. Okay? And you may have entertained them unawares. This is all scriptural, people. It's all in the Bible. All right? I.e. who? Does it say there are all 18 nations among all 18 nations? Does it say the whole world? Does it say Edomites, Moabites, Ishmaelites? No. Among the nation of Israel, Israelites. Among you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? Certain of you were chosen. Okay? Handpicked. All right, when you were first created as spirits, which took place in the heavens. Like I says, this stuff is not brought out in the churches. You were never meant to come into the knowledge to know, from the churches who the Israelites are. Okay, because if that's the case, churches wouldn't have made any money. Churches would have been empty. It would have faltered centuries ago. You understand? Their job was to keep everybody in the dark. You understand? I mean, I don't have to tell you who, the Pope and all those people pray to, behind the scenes. You've seen it on videos yourself many a times. They're praying to the Black Madonna, okay, holding the baby, okay, which is different from the statues they have in their churches, isn't it? All right, you understand, people? Okay, there you go. All right. What did I say I want to take you to? Yeah, let's also go to the other Peter. Let's go to 1 Peter 1 and 20. Give me a minute. All right, let's read it. 1 Peter 1 and 20. Who verily was foreordained. Hello. So you know it's talking about those who were foreordained, predestinated, right? Before the foundation of the world, but was manifest. What does manifest mean? Brought forth, brought to light. Okay? In other words, it becomes reality. The word of the Lord. What's written here in the testimony. Okay? In these scriptures. So, but was manifested in these last times, these last days, for you. Do you understand? For you. All right? Who, again, has this understanding, who was brought in, called in, invited in, okay? Are able to, been given the gift of spiritual discernment, okay? That you're serving the Lord. You're on the highways and byways. You're making these epistles. You understand? All right? And those that resign, from doing this work, they were never really a part of us. Okay? That's also written in the scriptures. All right? So there you go. The Most High chose him for your ransom long before the world began, but he has now revealed him to you in these last days. Revealed who? Yahweh Shai. You understand? All right? Give me a minute. All right, we'll end this here. We'll be right back with part 4 to close out. Shalom.